सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Please come. What is the difference between Maya, Mithya, Anitya? Anitya is not eternal. Mithya is illusion. It's not illusion. Maya is also not illusion. Dependent reality. Anitya is temporary. Mithya is also temporary. And both Anitya and Mithya can be known as Maya. Maya is also Mithya. They are interchangeable. And then we have to not see it as illusion. The only illusion is to see Maya as illusion. That's the illusion. So, it's Mithya, dependent reality, dependent upon Brahman, like even the pot is dependent upon what? Clay. Pot is dependent upon clay, and then what is there? The fabric is dependent upon cloth, yarn. And the yarn is dependent upon threads. It's like Mithya. So Mithya is a series of cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. This is what Mithya is. Okay? And so Anitya, what we talk about as Mithya is indeed Anitya. Why? Because anything that I can objectify is Mithya and Anitya. Anitya means it is finite. Mithya means it is dependent on something in the universe, and then finally it is dependent on Atma for it to be cognized. Ultimately everything is dependent on Atma / Brahman. This is what it is. So, Mithya, Anitya, yes, it's all there. And then, so why not club Mithya under Maya? Yes, you can do that. Anything that is Mithya, Maya is also Mithya. Ignorance is also Mithya. Then, as per chapter 5 of the Gita, Karma Yoga is superior and more practical than the yoga of knowledge. Then, does Karma Yoga still need Vedas and Upanishads? After all, Veda and Upanishad will take 12 years to read and understand as per Swamiji. Yeah. Karma Yoga also takes equally long to master. So, again, it's a good question. What it's saying is, Karma Yoga is superior and more practical than the yoga of knowledge. No, that was not what was said. Karma Yoga is more practical and superior to the lifestyle of sannyasa. And this is Arjuna's confusion also. This is our confusion also. It's very easy to get conceived. If we are saying Karma Yoga, what is Karma Yoga? A lifestyle. So we cannot compare Karma Yoga and knowledge. Okay? Because that's like apple and orange. So if you are comparing Karma Yoga to something, then it would be what? It would be to the other lifestyle. What is that lifestyle? Not Jnana Nishtha. Yeah, two kinds of Nishtha. And why there is this confusion is that Lord Krishna uses yoga and Nishtha synonymously. So, what does he say in the beginning of chapter 3? He says, two kinds of lifestyles. Committed lifestyles have been given by me, and for those who are ready to take up the knowledge, Kevala knowledge means knowledge to the exclusion of everything else, then for them a sannyasi-like lifestyle, maybe not immediately sannyasa, but coming, doing what all of you are doing, okay? Yeah, coming here and leaving every other thing behind and staying here 3 months, 6 months, whatever, and then studying. This is what is called, this is like a lifestyle, ashram lifestyle, where you have, at least for the time being, given up a lot of things. This is one kind of a lifestyle. That's why it is 3 months long, because then you can have a little taste of it and then run away as fast as possible. Afterwards, enough, no more. Okay, so this is just a little sample. This is a little appetizer, okay? There might be some weird people who say, yes, this is what I like and what not, And to them we will say welcome, because we are also equally weird. And so this is what happens. So this is a little sample of that lifestyle. What is being designed in the ashram in the form of this long-term course is a little sample of that. So now Karma Yoga means what? Karma Yoga means you are performing all the roles. You're taking care of the house, you're taking care of all the roles as a person in the society, in the community, in the nation. All these roles are there. Son, daughter, mother, father, brother, sister, so many roles are there. And a grandparent, whatever you are playing the roles. And at the same time, you are playing the roles not because you like to play them, but because you are using those roles, the role play, for self-growth. This is Karma Yoga. Okay, you are using the roles in order to gain a certain, emotional maturity. Because emotional maturity gives stability. Otherwise, you don't know what you want. You just keep going from place to place, looking for things. And so, therefore, emotional stability, emotional maturity is what one wants. And so, you consciously bring Ishvara into the life. And what else? You play the roles without expecting that things will go your way. I think they are locked out. No, they are not. Okay. Yeah, please come in. So you play the roles without thinking that everything will go my way. If it goes your way, well and good. You are really one lucky person. Okay. But most of the time what will happen? It will not go your way. And if it doesn't go your way, what will it be? You just learn to accept whatever comes with a cheerful heart. This is Karma Yoga. So, Karma Yoga means two kinds of buddhis. What is the first buddhi? Ishwararpana buddhi. Second buddhi? Prasada buddhi. Two buddhis. Two kinds of this thing. So, two buddhis, two kinds of attitudes one has, and then one practices that. So this is what? Purely a lifestyle for self-growth. And ashram life is what? Purely a life for self-growth. It just depends. Are you ready for this, or are you not ready for this, and therefore you are ready for Karma Yoga? And if you tell me, I am not ready for either, please come and see me after the satsang. Okay? We need to have a talk. You have to be ready for one or the other. At this stage of the life, you have to be ready for one or the other, and it's good to choose rather than by default say, doesn't matter, whatever happens, happens. So now coming to the knowledge itself. The knowledge is common to both lifestyles. Both lifestyles are being exposed to the knowledge. Everyone has to study, because only after studying the Upanishads, no matter how long it takes, why are you worried it takes 12 years? What did we accomplish in the last 12 years? Let us ask ourselves. And if the answer is not much, there we go. Okay, so the next 12 years we can study the Upanishads. No problem. Nothing wrong. And so the Upanishad, what does the Upanishad do? The Upanishad takes away the restlessness in the heart, in the mind. What else does the Upanishad do? It frees me from a notion of bondage. I am no longer an experience hunter. Before I came to the ashram, I was an experience hunter, hunting for this experience, that experience, this experience, so many experiences, so little time. And then after coming to the ashram, what did I do? I'm still hunting for different kinds of experiences. Divine experiences, spiritual experiences. Still a hunter. This hunting, gathering mentality, which was, a legacy of the Purvajas, what were they? The Neanderthals and the Stone Age people. They were all our ancestors. And we are grateful to them, but they had no other option than to hunt and gather. They had to be hunters and gatherers, but we don't need to do that. We don't need to hunt and gather the experiences in life. And so the study of the Upanishad removes the bondage centered on the self, removes the incompleteness centered on the self, removes the pain centered on the I, and then tells you, you are whole, you are free, you are wonderful. You are the only thing that is significant. You are limitless. You are non-separate from Bhagavan. This is a very nice thing. And so therefore, this you either study directly if you are ready, or you study while getting ready. Those are the only two options. You get ready in the society and you are continuing to study. You are continuing to go to retreats, you are continuing to study, you are continuing to understand the Upanishads, and then at the same time you are using the roles to fulfill the emotional growth and get ready for this knowledge. You are growing up. So those are the two choices. It is not the difference between, the comparison is not between Karma Yoga and pursuit of knowledge. Pursuit of knowledge is common to Karma Yogi and to the sannyasi-like lifestyle also. This is why we need the Upanishads, okay? Because the problem is what? The problem is basically, I don't know myself, therefore I have come to seriously wrong conclusions. I am finite, I need help, I need somebody to save me. And then what else? I cannot do this on my own. All these things. These are the wrong notions centered on the self. The study of the Upanishad, what does it do? It allows the wrong notions to drop. That is why I need this knowledge. I hope that was clear. Okay. Now, many people ask why we need to serve food with the right hand. And also while serving, the spoon should not be turned away from the body. I don't understand that. Should not be turned away from the body, but towards the body.
Yeah.
Towards the body?
Giving like this, not like this.
Not like this. Giving like that. Okay. That's what it's trying to say. Why? Okay. Yeah. So we are right hand dominant in this culture, yeah. No, but what if I'm left-handed? Then there might be some exceptions, but generally we are right hand dominant because the left hand is used for unmentionable things, okay? So that's why the serving is done with right hand. And then the spoon is, it's just turned away from the body means it looks awkward and it can fall. And the food is prasada. The prasada is not allowed to fall. That's why if you serve like this, it won't fall. It will fall onto the plate. If you serve like that, you have no leverage over where it will go. Correct? Yeah. It's just a practical thing. Both are practical reasons, all right? Yeah. Okay. Then, the second question in this is, my grandson asked me when he was 6 years old as to what is soul. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, so sweet. How do you explain to a little child at that age? So, this child is growing up overseas, yes. Blessings upon him. May I pray that he grows up wonderfully, not ever forgetting all these sensitive questions. So you can say soul means it survives the body and it is one with God. That's all they need to know at this age. You are that which survives the body, which is one with God. It's always one with God, but then after the body goes away, it will again merge in God. That is all they need to know at this point. And then we can encourage these kinds of questions and encourage them. We can teach them a little bit of a baby meditation, just to sit quietly for exactly 1 minute. We can give them a timer. Yeah, so they can do a little baby meditation. We can, this time at this age, 7 to 12, the memory is very sharp, very, very sharp. So all the shlokas and everything that they learn, they will remember all their life. Whatever one learns at this age is committed to life. So you can teach them shlokas, you can teach them all kinds of things with a little bit of meaning given. You can tell them stories from the Puranas. All these things we can encourage. May please explain the terms spirituality and religion with respect to Vedanta. Vedanta is not a religion. This we have discussed a little bit earlier in a different context. Vedanta is not a religion. Vedanta begins when all religions give up their hands, throw up their hands. That is when Vedanta begins. It's not a religion, it's a view, it's a vision. It's a vision of no division, for which there is a way of life which makes the mind and the heart conducive to accepting this vision, conducive to having darshan of this vision. Because how can you have darshan of Advaita? If you have darshan and say, there goes Advaita, that means what? It is Dvaita. You are separate from it, it is separate from you. The only quote-unquote darshan we can have is just is a metaphorical darshan, in the sense of I am one with everything. That is what has to be communicated. Before this can be communicated, a lot of housekeeping is needed. Like that TV show called Hoarding or Hoarder or something like that. There is one TV show where what happens is that they have so many boxes, so many things in the house that they themselves don't have any place to stay. And they don't know how to clean because they don't know how to throw away things. Okay? So then they call the TV station. The TV station will bring a cleaning crew and they will clean, but you have to agree for your house to be televised and entertain everybody else. A very interesting show. Very Vedantic in nature, if you looked at it. I was waiting for my flight. I was right there in the gate, and then near the gate they had this TV, so I was watching it. It was so engrossing, I almost missed the flight. They said, okay, last call for boarding. I said, oh my God, I have to board. So this is the situation. So what is this TV show about? People who have so many things that they don't know what to do with them, and it's coming in their way of living. So the TV people bring the camera and bring a crew of cleaners who unceremonially take out all the dabbas, all the boxes they take out. And in bedroom number 2, the cat that was lost is found because they had not seen it in 3 or 4 days. So then like this, they find many things that they did not know. Anyhow, it's just the house is a mess and a wreck because there's no place to clean. It's got all kinds of cockroaches and everything. It's just very bad news. So then they just don't even look at the boxes. Many boxes are just taken out and put on the garbage truck. A few others that are salvageable are given to the family to each family, each person in the family can take out, to keep one thing from each box. That's all. And they're all crying near the house. No, only one thing, please permit me, I want more than one thing. No, only one thing. They're very strict. And they are sent to a hotel because obviously they can't live there. And then what? And then they are brought in on the, then we are shown behind the scenes, everything, all the carpets are removed, replaced, and paint job is done and everything, and then they have they throw in a few freebies. They throw in a new lighting system, or if the kitchen is terrible, they'll replace a couple of cupboards, living room, maybe they'll get them a stereo or something like that. And then the whole family is brought in blindfolded. Okay, and then they are made to enter the house, and then the patti from the eyes is taken out. Oh my God, is this my house? I didn't even know we had this room, they are saying. Was this a 2-bedroom house? I had no idea. They are just so thrilled and they are so happy. And then they said, then before that they hug the TV crew, they are just very happy. And then before the TV crew and the cleaning crew and the show crew depart, they say, within 1 year there will be a surprise inspection. So you have to keep it like this. So Vedanta is like that. First is we have hoarded up so many notions about the self, about the other jivas, about the Jagat, about Ishvara, that all of this has to be taken out. Yes, all of this has to be taken out. When are you doing that? Every day. Every day we are doing that. That is why there is a systematic program. That is why one has to come and just expose oneself to the knowledge. Oh, you mean a little tiny TV crew with a vacuum cleaner is going inside our head? Yes, that is what is happening. Because all kinds of nonsensical things have to go before the preparation for this has to happen. And then we need a clean, well-lit place. The mind has to be a well-lit place where the knowledge can be accepted. In fact, there is no new knowledge. When all the junk is gone, when the garbage is gone, what shines is the Atma. That is what it is. So therefore, that preparation is there. That preparation is made therefore it's not a religion. Spirituality is an overused word. You can use it, spirituality. Yeah. So which is best for Grihastha? Vedanta is best for Grihastha. Really. Because without Vedanta, how to negotiate with all these competing attentions? How to negotiate? Somebody wants something, somebody wants something else, somebody is upset, somebody is mad, somebody is sad. You have to negotiate with all these things. And if Vedanta is there, you are cool as a cucumber. That is wonderful. You are nice and cool. And you say, okay, that's all right. And I spent a lot of time observing Pujya Swamiji. And all the Mahatmas are like that. So the person comes and just jumping around and, oh, this one said this and that one said that. Okay. That's all right. They'll be all right. No, they'll never be all right because this is how they are. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. And so that way, whenever you went to Pujya Swamiji, he would say, you are okay. So it's their fault if somebody went to complain. They are also okay. Then whose fault is this? It's just Atma Ajnanam. He would just say that. Atma Ajnanam, that's all it is. Something, it will go. Or he will say it is prarabdha. It will go, it is some karma. Hang in there. This is how it is. So, this way, for Grihastha, Vedanta is anivarya, compulsory. Religion if you go do puja, if you do, if you do abhisheka and all, it gives a little bit of, a little bit of adrishta, peace of mind, little bit of drishtaphalam, peace of mind, etc. But then after that it's back to normal. Whatever you call normal in samsara, back to samsara. Many happy returns, after the puja, back in samsara. So in order to grow, what is needed is this knowledge. That is what is needed. This growth and knowledge go together. And to a certain extent, the growth must happen before the knowledge comes in the heart. And then once the knowledge comes in the heart, one has a growth spurt. One just grows very, very quickly. And it's actually very beautiful to watch. Once I asked Pujya Swamiji a very nice question. Very nice answer actually. I don't know if the question was nice, but I got a very nice answer. I asked Pujya Swamiji, you would have gone and been around so many Mahatmas, you've gone to the Himalayas, you've gone here, you've gone there. Where are the Jnanis? Where have you found the most Jnanis? And he looked at me for a long time and he said, in the women who are serving me, the housewives, the ladies who are serving me when they invite me for bhiksha. Usually the man is made to sit with me and he is going on talking. And what is he talking? Something or the other. What he knows about the Gita, he is keeping on talking. And the lady is serving me. She is not saying a word. I look into her eyes. I know she knows. She looks into my eyes. She knows, I know, she knows. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Because both the husband and wife have studied Vedanta. But then that antahkarana shuddhi, the women have had, he says, because the life has been difficult. The life as a woman is much more difficult in this society. I don't know about other societies, but here it is difficult. And so therefore, there is a chance for more antahkarana shuddhi. More difficulty means there is more Ishvara in the life. That is one way to take it. There is more Ishvara in the life, more opportunities for growth, more opportunities for change. And so therefore, that was a beautiful answer he gave. Very, very nice. So every grihastha needs Vedanta, because the problem of grihastha can be overcome if even a little bit of Vedanta is there. It protects one from all kinds of difficult situations. Then the next one, please explain with examples. Okay, yeah. Meaning, don't quickly dismiss this question. Don't give a one-line answer. Yeah, tell some stories and then elongate the answer. That's what it really means. All right, yeah. Please explain with examples the meaning of seemingly identical names. Japa, Tapa, Dhyana, Chintana, and their relationship to spirituality. Let's get one thing straight. They are all related to spirituality. Okay? Yeah. Japa, Tapa, Tapa. Tapa is tapas. Okay? Tapas, if you say somewhere in West, that means little Spanish snacks. That is called tapas. I was so confused, when I went to Spain, they said tapas, tapas, tapas. I said, somebody took me for a walk. I said, tapas, tapas, tapas. And then, what is this tapas? You go inside and do tapas or what? No, they are little snacks. Spanish snacks are called tapas, okay? So that is not what we are referring to here, all right? We are not referring to any kind of snacks. And then, so then that we have taken care of. Tapas means, actually in Sanskrit, tapas means heat. Heat is uncomfortable, all right? So, anything that makes one hot and bothered is tapas. This word is usually reserved for religious austerities and disciplines. What are some forms of tapas? I already told you one. Chandrayana. Remember Chandrayana? Yes. You won't forget it in a hurry because it is a little drastic. And then like this, there is also one more tapas. Tapas means where you give up something, like usually food or anything like that. There is one Prajapatya Krichra. Sounds nice to say it, Krichra. Kind of this thing. And so it's a 12-day fast. Really, all these people, the dietitians and the nutritionists have read all this, and they have come up with new terms like intermittent fasting. Prajapatya Krichra is a fantastic treatise on intermittent fasting. So, first day, what do? Eat lunch. Oh, I can do that. No problem, I eat lunch every day. Yeah, but no breakfast or dinner. You eat lunch. Second day, you eat dinner. Okay? Third day, don't say breakfast, okay? Because even though that's logical, that's not the correct answer. Third day, you just hope that a friend will bring you something from the dining hall. All right? You don't say, I am doing Krichra. Today is my third day, bring me something. No. Quiet you remain and see if Bhagavan intends for you to eat. See, I am giving examples, okay? Yeah, this person wanted examples, yeah. So if Bhagavan intends for you to eat, trust that food will come, okay? And when the food comes, just inhale it, all right? And then what? Fourth day, what do? No, you don't eat anything at all. Then the fifth day, you repeat. Fifth day, again lunch. And then sixth day, dinner. Seventh day, you are again at the mercy of your friends. This is the time to make lots of friends just before you start on this fast. And then eighth day, you don't eat anything at all. And then ninth day, what do? Ninth day, again you eat lunch. 10th day, you eat dinner. 11th day, you are at the mercy of your friends. You hope they bring you something. And then the 12th day, you don't eat anything at all. And on the 13th day, you come back and rejoin society, and then you go with great anticipation to the dining hall, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to eat up everything straight from the bucket. I'm not even going to wait till they decide whether to serve with the left hand or the right hand, whether to serve like this or like that. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to take the bucket of dal and dip my head in it. Okay, this is the feeling. But surprisingly, on the 13th day when you sit down to eat, you don't want anything at all. Really, your stomach has got, what should I say, has been rebooted. Yes, the stomach and the guts have been rebooted, so you can have a new relationship with food starting day 13. It's very exciting. So if you feel this is too much and just hearing about Prajapatya Krichra as a tapas is making you want to faint, and suddenly you want somebody to do, what is that? Wave a wet hanky in front of the face. Good news. Why? Because you can also do a baby Krichra. Because you see, the Prajapatya Krichra is for 4 days, three things of for 4 days. So a baby Krichra is how big? 4-day fast. Same thing. First day lunch, second day dinner, third day, do I have any friends? And then fourth day, nothing at all. So you can do a baby Krichra. This is all tapas. Various kinds of austerities based on food, other religious austerities, like waiting for the coldest day in Rishikesh, and then going and dipping in the Ganga. So things like that. That is also a tapas. These are all tapas. And then what is japa? Japa is the repetition of the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Like this, so many mantras are there. Okay? So these are all japa. This is japa. That is very easy. And then, what else? Dhyana. Dhyana and japa are one. Dhyana is a general term called meditation. And in fact, it went to Japan, the word dhyana went to Japan and became Zen. And the word dhyana went to China and became Chan, like this. Chan is dhyan, okay? So like this dhyana means meditation in general. Japa means the repetition of mantra, because in meditation we can do many things. So that is that. And then what else? Chintana. Chintana is contemplation. Contemplation. You can't contemplate on what you do not know, correct? Yeah. So you have to contemplate only on what you know. And so contemplating on the sentences of the Upanishads, which you know, that is what is called Chintana. Chintana, Nididhyasana, this is what it is. All right. So, we start with baby contemplations, little contemplations. Asangoham, I am uninvolved. This is very good for people who like to involve themselves in everything and then feel overwhelmed. You have to remind yourself, I am really uninvolved. The uninvolved is my nature, totally my nature. So then, what else can you say? If one feels a sense of lack centered on the I, Purnaham, Purnoham, I am full, I am free. And if one feels all caught up in things, Muktaham, Muktoham, this is what one can repeat, and that is called Chintana. Repeat while seeing the meaning. Okay? Yeah. Then, what led you to Vedanta? Same thing that led you to Vedanta. Yeah. I'm an ordinary person. No, nothing special. Nothing special at all in the journey. What happens is, when the questions become more than the answers, that is when you seek a teacher. That is what it is. Simple as that. Then, existence is common to all objects, but why must it be their reality rather than a property or an attribute? Yeah, very interesting questions. If existence were an attribute, then what would happen to existence? It would come and go. It would be, if it is a property, if it's an attribute of the self, it comes and it goes. Like for example, let's say I'm talking now, and then what happened? Existence left. Okay? Yeah. Suddenly I stop talking, suddenly nothing is happening, suddenly I become non-existent. So that doesn't happen. In and through all the three states, what happens? This is, it is me, I know, I was the sleeper, I was the waker, I was the dreamer, I own up all the states. And then once a 90-year-old gentleman showed me his photo when he was 3 months old. This is me, he said. I said, I can see the resemblance. That time also no hair, no teeth. Now also no hair, no teeth. But how can you say, this is me? Do you remember when that photograph was taken? No, I was very small, I don't remember. But somebody had said, and that continuity of the I, not only through dreaming, deep sleep and waking, but through childhood, youth and old age, cannot dismiss the presence of somebody there. Presence of this unchanging existence. So the existence cannot be a property, because then if it goes, then if it will suddenly go, it will withdraw itself not only from me, but from you, from the rock, from everything. Then again we will all be in pralaya. Are we in pralaya? Say no, so we can move on. No. Okay, so that means existence is not a property. Just like we have a definition, like Adi Shankara says this in the Bhashya of the Taittiriya Upanishad. Like if you want to define there is another reason why existence is not an attribute, because if you want to define something that has attributes, then that means that there will be many other things like this which will also have attributes. Let me explain. So, for example, the example given in the Taittiriya Bhashya is that Adi Shankara says, supposing I tell somebody to bring me a big blue fragrant lily. How many attributes? 3. Why 3? Just to go along with Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Just to go along with that, to illustrate that. So if I say, please bring me the big lily, first let us take the attribute big. If I say to you, please bring me the big lily, then you will say, there are many, many big lilies. Which one do you want me to bring? Then I narrow it down. Then I say, bring me the big blue lily. Oh, we have another problem here. There are many, many, many big, many, many, many blue lilies. Which one do you want? Bring me the big blue fragrant lily. And then there happened to be that day only one fragrant lily, so the matter was clinched. So then now, in this example, the attributes big, blue and fragrant are applicable to all the lilies and are used as a Vyavartakam. Vyavartakam means as a distinguishing capacity. The attribute, the adjectival usage is in a distinguishing capacity. You distinguish one from the rest of its class. Tall tree, short bush, and like this, and then we can distinguish. Svajatiyebhyah vishayebhyah vyavartakam visheshanam. A visheshana, an adjective, is supposed to distinguish, have the function of delineating things within its own class. Okay. So now, in Brahma, how many Brahmans are there? 1. And then, so what kind of attributes will it have? And is it really pertinent to call them attributes? This also we have to think. Because attributes are what? The function of the attributes is to distinguish from others of its own class. So bring me the non-existent Brahman as opposed to the existent Brahman. Bring me the Jada Brahma. Jada Brahma means the insentient Brahman as opposed to all knowledge Brahman. And then bring me the limited Brahman as opposed to the less Brahman. That is not a possibility. So therefore the Visheshana, what is Visheshana? Adjective does not fit here. So therefore we cannot regard it as attributes, and he gives a fantastic example that clinches it. Like Akasha. What is Akasha? Space. How many spaces are there? Yeah. So one space is there. Space again doesn't have so many spaces that it needs adjective. But yet we can describe space. That description only fits space, nothing else. So the Lakshana of Akasha in the Taittiriya Upanishad is Avakasha Pradatra Akasha. That which accommodates is space. In India we know very well how many people can fill up a bus, a train. Yeah. How many people can it accommodate? Space. Yeah, you think, okay, and then you keep telling that the train is about to move and you tell them, don't come in, don't come in. And then when you're going like this to say, don't come in, they hold that hand and come in. Yeah. The hand that was put out to deter them, they take a hold of it and climb inside with the help of that. And then once I was, going from Chennai to Coimbatore, overnight train, unreserved compartment, and then it was just chock filled. And the lady on this side had her head on the shoulder of mine, this shoulder, and then there was another child on this side that was leaning against me. And then I don't know how I managed to just kind of nod off in the middle of all this. And then suddenly I felt something fluffy in my lap. It was a big chicken, which the chicken was underneath the seat. Chickens and goats underneath the seat. Okay? And still every station people would pile on. And so this is an example, the example of how space accommodates. If you want to see, you have to come to India. Okay? No other place will exemplify this. So avakasha pradatra akasha. That which accommodates is space. So this is why, since space is only one, we don't have attributes. There is no use of attributes, there is no meaning for attributes, and so therefore we have lakshana. Lakshana means we have a definition that fits only space. Okay? Yes, you had a question?
Okay, so you said there's two reasons. One is that existence, if it were a property or attribute, it would come and go. But like if I think of an electron has a certain charge that's the same as it was like a million years ago as it will be a million years from now. That's like a property of the electron.
But there are many electrons.
But they all have the same property.
That's okay, but this is only one. So therefore we don't say it's a property. Because as soon as you say it's a property, even see, Vedanta is very, very logical. If you say it's a property, you can be without it. It can go. The possibility of it is going there if it's an attribute. An attribute is changeable. An attribute is not the same at any given time. This is the general definition. Whatever is happening in physics may be, some exception there, but it's not that there's only one electron. Here we are talking of only one thing that is existent, self-existent. Only one thing and one thing alone can be self-existent. Electron also comes under mithya. Mithya there are many, and we can have attributes for mithya, no problems. We cannot have attributes for sat, because it's the only thing there is. So the attributes are meaningless. Because if existence becomes a property, then that means that it is in competition with that property. The property is outside of it. If anything is outside of Brahman, then that means the limitless anantya hani takes place. Limitlessness takes a hit. You cannot call Brahman limitless if it has property. Everything has to be itself. That's all it is. That is why it is said. And then it is said that the time is in the mind. This is why in deep sleep, when the mind is resolved, we have no experience of time. When I wake up from deep sleep, many hours have gone by. So is time independent of the mind or not? So time is relative. Time and space are born as though born of Atma, Brahman. So time is relative, space is relative. Meaning it's not absolute. But you asked something else. What is it that you asked? Is time independent of the mind? It is independent, but it is not independent of Brahman. It may be independent of the mind, but it is not independent of Brahman. It is a dependent reality. Time is mithya. Space is mithya. Then the last one, is Vedanta still evolving or is it complete and fixed? Vedanta is complete, but it is not fixed. Vedanta is complete. It is not fixed. Fixed means what? Immutable like the laws or whatever. But I have I don't have a very, when I hear the word fixed, that means there is no room. But in Vedanta there is so much room. There is so much you can do with it. It is meant for being creative with. it's meant to for poets, authors, so many treatises, so many manuscripts, so many granthas have been written, and it is always ever new. So if it were fixed, that's why I feel that if I use the word fixed, then ever new, I don't know if I can use it in the same sentence, fixed and ever new.
We can use Prakaran Granths. They are old knowledge but with modern changes.
What was that?
Prakaran Granths.
Prakarana Granthas. Yeah, I know that. That's not the point. That's not the point. I'm looking at the question here. It is fixed means it is not fixed in that sense, and then evolving. Vedanta is not evolving. But what is evolving and needs to keep on evolving is the way in which it is transmitted, because each generation comes with its own iterations of the same problem. The problem of self-non-acceptance was the same as it was 500 years ago, 5,000 years ago also. The problem of self-judgment, self-non-acceptance, self-loath was the same every time, every place. But the way the problem sits in the head in every generation may be slightly different. So the teachers that manifest are just right for that particular time and that particular place and that set of people to whom they are talking. So they come and then they go away, and then what? Then there is in their place their students and their students are there who keep this fire of the pramana alive. So the pramana is not evolving, the teaching is not evolving, but what is always kept up to date, like the apps on your phone, is the way in which it is talked about to the people. The examples may differ. Some examples are here to stay. What are they? Rope snake, pot clay. Those are what? Inimitable and irreplaceable. But we can have newer examples, whatever is needed to reach the heart of the student. That in that way there is room for there is not, I won't call it evolve, but updating to make it pertinent to the kinds of people that one is addressing. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Very happy with all of you and how you are